Welcome to our channel. Today, we're talking about the book Get Rich or Get Lucky by Max Nowaz.
Oh yeah, I really enjoyed that one.
Yeah, it's a good one. If you're looking for a little extra motivation or inspiration, be sure to check out affirmifyjourney.com.
Yeah, they've got some great stuff over there, like personalized zodiac affirmations.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But for now, let's get into this deep dive on Get Rich or Get Lucky. So, um, this book centers around Adam, this ambitious property developer.
Right.
And he also, has this secret passion for magic, which I thought was a really interesting combination,
Yeah, that's definitely one of the things that makes the book so unique.
for sure. And his life, takes a pretty wild turn when he finds this really old, mysterious book.
Yeah, like talk about life-changing discovery, right?
Exactly. So, what did you think about Noah's, approach to setting up this contrast between Adam's ambition and, like, the doubts of everyone around him?
Well, right from the start, you see Adam just completely driven by this desire for success.
Yeah.
Like financial success is all he can think about, and he's willing to take huge risks to get
Oh,
there.
absolutely. Like buying that derelict house.
Exactly.
Sinks all his savings into it.
Most people would be terrified to take on a project like that.
Right.
But Adam, he's convinced he can turn it around, make a killing.
Yeah, and his friends, though, I mean, they're totally skeptical.
Oh, yeah, they think he's lost it for sure.
Like, they think there's no way he could pull it off.
They represent the voice of reason, trying to pull him back from the edge.
Right.
But Adam's just so determined to prove them wrong.
It's almost like he has something to prove, not just to them, but to himself, too, right?
No, absolutely. There's this underlying sense of, past failures that he's trying to make up for.
Yeah. Noah's mentions that girlfriend who dumped him.
Right, because she thought he wasn't ambitious enough.
Oh, that's gotta sting.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
that rejection just fueled his drive to succeed.
Yeah, it's like this internal conflict,
Yeah.
playing out as he's trying to renovate this house. It's almost like a metaphor for his own life, wouldn't you say?
Oh, totally. This dilapidated house, it's like a symbol of all his perceived failures.
And he's trying to rebuild it into something amazing.
It's like he's trying to rebuild himself in a way.
And then, boom, he finds this magic book.
Hidden away in the cellar.
Talk about a game changer.
Right. It's like this hidden treasure just waiting to be discovered.
I loved how Noah's described that moment of discovery.
Oh, me too. You can just feel Adam's excitement.
Like this book could be his ticket to the top.
Yeah, like it holds all the answers he's been searching for.
At least that's what he thinks at first.
Right. And initially it's all fun and games.
He tries to show his friends, Dick and Charlie, that the book actually works.
They're like, no way, this is a joke.
Yeah, of course they don't believe him.
And then, bam, he turns Dick into a crayfish.
That whole scene had me cracking up.
It's classic Noah's, blending humor with these deeper themes.
Right. But it also establishes that the magic is real.
Oh, yeah. This book is not just some prop.
It has real power.
And that's where the foreshadowing comes in.
Right. Like this power could be dangerous.
It's a double-edged sword, for sure.
On the surface, it's all fun and games.
Yeah.
But there's this underlying sense of unease.
Like something bad is about to happen.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that unease just grows when Dick disappears.
Oh, man. That's when the story takes a dark turn.
Suddenly, it's not just about making money or playing with magic anymore.
There's a real mystery to solve.
And Adam's the prime suspect.
Being the last one to see Dick doesn't help his case.
Nope. The police are all over him.
His friends are starting to doubt him.
It's like his whole world is falling apart.
Nowaz does a brilliant job of capturing Adam's internal struggle.
He's caught between this fear of being wrongly accused
Yeah.
and this, growing sense of guilt and uncertainty.
It's a classic psychological thriller setup.
For sure. Like the walls are closing in on him.
On one hand, he's dealing with this potential legal trouble.
And on the other hand, everyone's gossiping about him.
The pressure must be immense.
And then there's Rachel.
Dick's wife.
Yeah, talk about adding fuel to the fire.
Adam's always been a little envious of Dick.
Especially when it comes to Rachel.
Now, with Dick gone, those feelings resurface.
Yeah, it creates this whole moral dilemma for him. He's attracted to her, but feels guilty about it.
And terrified of being accused of hurting her husband.
Talk about a complicated situation.
Yeah, Noah's really knows how to weave a tangled web.
And we can't forget about Rachel herself.
She's not just some helpless victim.
Right. She's strong and assertive.
She doesn't hesitate to confront Adam.
And she's quick to make judgments.
She adds a whole other layer of tension to the story.
It's like she's drawn to Adam's ambition in a way.
Maybe she sees in him what she saw in Dick.
Or maybe it's something more.
Noah's keeps us guessing.
That's for sure. So we have Adam caught in this web of suspicion, attraction, and fear.
With the magic book at the center of it all.
And things are about to get even crazier from here.
Oh, yeah. Buckle up because we're just getting started.
This deep dive is about to go to a whole other level. So we left off with Adam right in the thick of
Oh,
it.
yeah. Suspicion, attraction, fear, you name it.
And that magic book's still out there somewhere.
Causing all sorts of trouble.
It really becomes like this central force in the story, doesn't it?
Well, totally. It's
Yeah.
like it has its own personality almost.
Right, like it's not just a source of power.
It's like this catalyst for Adam's transformation, you know?
Oh, I see what you mean. It forces him to confront his beliefs,
Yeah.
his desires.
Exactly. And ultimately, his responsibility for what happens.
And as Adam digs deeper into this world of magic, he starts to get this feeling that the book's theft wasn't random at all.
Right. He remembers that roofer daily.
Yeah, Daly seemed way too interested in the book.
Like he knew what it was capable of.
Exactly. It's
Yeah.
like he could sense its power.
Nowaz is so good at creating these morally ambiguous characters.
Oh, totally. Like on the surface, Daly seems like a regular guy.
Yeah, just a working class bloke.
But there's something off about him.
Those questions about the book, his lingering around Adam's house.
It all adds to that sense of unease.
Like something's not right.
And then Adam starts having those crazy dreams about Mary.
His tenant, right.
Yeah, in the dreams, she's threatening him.
Trying to kill him, even.
It's like his subconscious is warning him.
Oh, those dream sequences are so creepy.
They really blur the lines between reality and fantasy.
You start to wonder if Adam's losing his grip.
Right. Is Mary a real threat, or is Adam just paranoid?
It keeps you guessing.
For sure. And remember, at this point, Adam's convinced that Daly and Mary are connected somehow.
That they're both involved in the book going missing.
So he decides to hire a private investigator.
Ram's bottom.
Yeah, Ramsbottom. Talk about a character.
Oh, he's hilarious.
Right, like he's this bumbling, incompetent detective.
But somehow he manages to uncover some clues.
I love how Nowaz uses Ramsbottom to inject some humor into the story,
Yeah, it's a nice break from all the tension.
because things are getting pretty dark at this point.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
And through Ramsbottom's, rather haphazard investigation,
Right.
Adam discovers that Daly's been meeting with this mysterious Australian guy, Bruce.
Okay, Bruce. Now things are getting serious.
This Bruce character, he's a whole different level of threat.
Right. Like up until this point, Adam's been dealing with ordinary people.
But Bruce, he's dangerous.
Yeah, you can just tell he's not afraid to use force.
Or manipulation to get what he wants.
And then Mary shows up at Adam's house, out of the blue.
Talk about a twist.
I thought she was going to attack him.
Me too. But she's actually there to warn him.
She says she's not on Bruce's side.
In fact, she's been trying to protect Adam from him all along.
It makes you question everything you thought you knew about her.
Right. Suddenly she's not the enemy anymore.
And she drops this bombshell on Adam, that he has magical abilities.
Like, he's one of the few people who can actually use the book.
That explains why he was able to turn Dick into a crayfish.
It all starts to make sense.
This is a huge turning point for Adam's character.
He's been given this incredible gift.
But he's also been thrust into this dangerous world.
A world he doesn't fully understand.
It's both terrifying and exhilarating,
And Mary warns him that Bruce wants him dead.
because he sees Adam as a threat.
The stakes just keep getting higher.
Now, it's not just about the book or proving his innocence.
It's about survival.
And this leads to Adam's escape from Bruce and his henchman Ernie.
That whole sequence is so intense.
They track Adam down to a hotel in Brighton.
It's a heart-stopping chase.
Adam's thinking on his feet, using his wits and even a bit of magic to get away.
He's not just running anymore, he's fighting back.
Yeah, he's not the victim anymore.
He's taking control
Embracing his role as a magic user.
and preparing to face Bruce head-on.
But the question is he ready for that confrontation?
Does he have what it takes to defeat someone like Bruce?
That's what we'll find out in the final part of our deep dive. So last we left Adam, he had the book. He was on the run and about to have this showdown with Bruce.
Yeah, talk about high stakes, right?
No kidding.
Yeah.
He's got to figure out this whole magic thing, protect the people he cares about, and figure out what really matters in life.
It's a lot to handle.
It really is. And what I thought was so interesting about this last part of the book
Yeah.
is how Nowaz connects that external conflict with Adam's internal transformation.
Right. It's not just about beating the bad guy. It's about Adam figuring out who he is.
Exactly. And then, bam, Rachel comes back from
This
Spain.
new friend.
Bruce.
Oh, man. That was such a good twist.
I know, right? Suddenly, the thread is right there in Adam's world.
Like, Bruce is hanging out with people Adam cares about.
The tension just goes through the roof.
Yeah, Adam's trying to lay low, stay off the police's radar.
And now he's got to deal with Bruce being right there.
Talk about pressure.
It forces Adam to get creative, though.
Oh, yeah. He can't just rely on magic to blast his way out.
He has to outsmart Bruce, anticipate his moves.
Use his knowledge of the book to his advantage.
Exactly. And he starts realizing he can't do this alone.
Right. He reaches out to George.
Vera's investor friend.
They team up to try and figure out what the Cruises are really up to.
With that English language college.
Yeah, something shady's going on there.
Definitely. And I think this whole collaboration thing speaks to a bigger theme in the book.
What do you...
Well, it's about the importance of human connection.
Oh, yeah.
Like, Adam starts out so focused on individual ambition.
Right. He wants to get rich on his own.
But he learns that real success comes from working with others.
Trusting people, relying on them.
Exactly.
Mm.
And I think that's such an important message for all of us.
It is. We often think of success as this solitary thing.
But we can achieve so much more when we have people supporting us.
A community, a team.
Exactly. And speaking of support systems, we can't forget about Mary.
Oh, yeah. Her role is crucial in this last part.
The relationship totally deepens.
It's not just about the book anymore.
Right. It becomes this genuine connection based on trust and respect.
And maybe a little something more.
Oh, there's definitely a spark between them.
Nowaz leaves that open to interpretation.
For sure.
Yeah.
But what's really important is that Mary becomes Adam's mentor.
Yeah, she guides him through this whole magic world.
Helps him decipher the book's secrets, teaches him how to control his powers.
Those scenes where Allie's practicing spells are so cool.
I know, right? You can feel the
It's
energy.
just like you're right there with them.
And it's not just about learning spells. It's about Adam discovering his inner strength.
His courage, his selflessness.
Yeah, he's not just reacting anymore. He's taking charge.
Using his powers to protect the people he cares about.
But then Bruce ups the ante.
Oh, yeah, he kidnaps Linda.
Adam's ex-girlfriend.
As leverage to get the book back.
Talk about a tough spot.
It's like the ultimate moral dilemma.
Give up the book and risk Bruce unleashing its power.
Or refuse and put Linda's life in danger.
It's a lose-lose situation.
And it really shows how Adam's character has evolved.
He's not just thinking about himself anymore.
He's worried about the safety of others.
Exactly. And it all leads to this epic showdown at Adam's house.
Oh, man, that scene is intense.
Nowaz pulls out all the stops.
The magic, the action, the suspense.
It's a battle for the ages.
Bruce wants control and domination.
And Adam's fighting for responsibility and compassion.
It's good versus evil.
And just when it seems like all is lost,
Dick walks in.
like nothing happened.
Completely unharmed.
But he has no memory of where he's been.
That was such a great twist.
I know, right? It answers one question.
But creates a bunch of new ones.
Like what happened to Dick? Was it magic? And what does it mean for Adam?
Nowaz leaves us hanging.
But it also brings a sense of closure.
Yeah, like things have a way of working out.
Even after all that chaos,
And it lets Adam move forward with his life.
he finds success.
Yeah.
He rebuilds his relationships.
And he even finds a way to use his magic to help people.
It's a satisfying ending.
And a realistic one.
Life doesn't always tie things up in a neat little bow.
That there's hope.
And a suggestion that we can come out of tough times stronger and wiser.
Couldn't agree more.
It's a book that really makes you think.
About your own ambitions, your values.
What you would do in those situations.
It reminds us that we can use our talents to make a positive impact.
Well said. So before we wrap up, I want to mention lingopediamagazine.com.
Oh, yeah, they have some great stuff.
Extra courses,
Yeah.
ebooks,
Yeah.
all sorts of interesting
It's
topics.
definitely worth checking out.
And as always, if you enjoyed this deep dive, please subscribe, share, and like this podcast. We'll be back soon with another fascinating book.